So several years ago, I found out about this movie production type company called Legion M. And it's basically something that has been, it's basically like fan-funded, crowd-funded movie production company type of thing. That's probably off base, but that's what I understand it to be. And so from the beginning, I've been here and there, just when they would make the offerings available, I would buy in, get some stock. I think I participated in maybe 3 or 4 stock buying rounds. I participated in the latest one, and then in like the first 2 or 3 or something like that. So I just felt like it was kind of a cool venture. And they have already been involved in different films that I've seen as well. Films that you may have heard of also, but I don't know to what level, to what extent or whatever they're involved, but I know that their name has been attached to it in some way. And this is the latest one that we've been attached to, and it's called The Man in the White Van. I don't remember who's in it. I remember that I was intrigued by it because, and I can't remember if this is one that we voted on as far as different ones to possibly get behind and support, because they do put out these options for people to vote, for the shareholders to vote on what project to maybe get involved in. I didn't realize that it's based on true events. I did not realize that. But that doesn't mean, I mean, it might be that it's highly fictionalized sort of thing, but I didn't realize there was a kernel of truth in it somewhere. But like I said, it's called The Man in the White Van, and the tagline here says, "If the engine's running, you should be too." Okay. So this is like a little behind the scenes sort of teaser thing. It's only a couple minutes long. I figured it'd be kind of cool to check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
The Man in the White Van is a girl who cried wolf tale.
Oh.
She is stalked by this man in the white van, and her parents' disbelief in her fear of being followed ultimately leads to a terrifying Halloween nightmare.
At its core, it's a story about a girl growing up. It's about finding your way as a young teenager, and then kind of a wrench gets thrown into everything by having this creepy man follow you around.
Annie really wants nothing to do with being a young lady, as we are joining her in this kind of slice of life of where she is. It's a family story, and we couch it in this thriller and suspense.
This story came along and it seemed grounded. It seemed like
I guess I forgot he was involved in
real.
Getting to dive into a story like this, I just find it intriguing.
I'll go wherever the story goes. But when I read this one, I'm like, that's a tight story. I like that. Let's go do that.
I'm curious to watch this now. Looking forward to it.
The Man in the White Van
trailer.
is made possible through financing from Garrison Film. They've been so supportive of the filmmaker's vision and the producer's goals in making this movie.
Every person that's read the script is like, wow, this is a good script.
I read it in one sitting.
Every movie wants to find its audience. The fact that fans invest in Legion M and Legion M is doing this, and to know that there are already people that are eager to see it, it makes you feel a little safer.
This film kind of exemplifies the idea of believing victims.
This issue really looks at women's victim rights, some of the profits from the merchandising and the soundtrack. And
Okay, I don't care particularly for that type of narrative. I mean, when people talk like that, it kind of gets under my skin, because it acts like women are the only victims of terrible things and men are mostly the victims of terrible things. So I can't stand it when they throw those little labels out there. That aggravates me. But I was thinking of, there was a movie that Legion M was involved in, and it had, David Tennant in it. He was a bad guy, but I can't remember the name of that. I watched that movie. It was okay. It wasn't anything super spectacular, but I watched it mostly because the premise, but also because I knew Legion M was somehow involved in it. I think they also worked on the or something with, oh crap, what's that girl's name? She played in The Princess Diaries. She played in Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, and her name is not coming to me. I think her name's whatever. You know who I'm talking about. I'll put her name up in the video. Okay, let's proceed.
Merchandising and the soundtrack in the film can go to those types of organizations.
To be able to kind of connect that with this movie and find a way to give back is an essential part of it.
It'll share a great message with everyone, as well as being just an amazing film in general. So I'm really excited.
I wonder what true events it was inspired by, or is this just very, very loose, sort of loosely playing with the whole true events tagline? Like, is this sort of a combination of like a, you know, mixture of different true life crime things? And you know how white vans sometimes are, you know, the vehicle that a bad guy uses or whatever, especially in movies. But so I'm curious what sort of true events. I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm intrigued by it. But okay, well that was what's this? Oh, this might be something I saw a while back. Is that Stan Lee? Can't remember. Anyway, okay, well this was fun. Little change of pace, and I don't have anything else to add to it. I'm curious to see a trailer for it, and this is something that I would be checking out for sure. It's the type of film I'd be interested in. So, all right, well, it's getting on up there. It's not yet tomorrow, but I've got things to do before it's tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll see you guys later. Adios.